We found that in the past months in China, the price of feed ingredients have generally risen, which has brought heavily cost pressure to feed companies and the breeding industries. Lots of feed companies are looking for alternative raw materials to reduce formula costs, but the currency of a database of alternative raw materials will affect the quality and stability of feed products. In order to ensure the alternative of the raw materials database and provide a service for feed enterprise, the R&D Center of Standard Longchang, Shandong Longchang Animal Health Product Company Limited, since June 2020, the Longchang Animal Protection Technology Service R&D Center added a near-infrared analysis since June 2020, which based on the detection of fats and oil and the analysis of mycotoxins in feed ingredients. It also cooperates with Feed Research Institute of the Chinese Academy of Agriculture Science to provide customers with accurate analysis of feed ingredients such as amino acid to provide a guarantee for the synthetic application of various alternative raw materials to ensure the authenticity of the formula and the stability of feed quality. Based on these test results, we are strongly suggest companies to put the following raw materials into the database. Fighters. Put fighters into the database, and it needs to evaluate its release level of phosphorus. This different fighters product will no longer evaluate its value by simple enzyme activities, but look at its phosphorus release level. The second, bile acids. Put the bile acids into the database and evaluate the development level of oil utilization rather under different oil conditions through the addition of bile acids, improve oil energy utilization, and reduce feed costs. The third, non-nutritive ingredients. The raw material database should not only consider the nutrition contents of raw materials, but the non-nutritive content is sometimes more important than the nutrient content, such as cellulose, crude ash, and so on. But also the anti-nutritional factors, especially mycotoxins. Only with a clear understanding of the new non-nutritionist content and mycotoxin content of raw materials can we consider the use limited of alternative raw materials. When formulating, give full place to the value of alternative raw materials and what anti-mycotoxin activities are added. At the same time, refer to the tolerance of animal at different stages of mycotoxins can better determine the amount and stage of addition. Bile acids accelerate the enzyme hydrolysis of mycotoxin. Degraded endotoxins protect the liver and intestines, promote the growth.
The problem of gaining gains. The price of gaining gains is superior to that of normal grains, which can save feed costs. However, long-term use gaining grains will causes the lack of fat-soluble vitamins and riboflavin vitamin B2, which will result in yellow fat. For pigs with yellow fat, the slaughter rate is 75%, but 80% is normal. During the yellow fat test, it was found that the liver problem was the first problem before the meat problem. It is necessary to have a clear understanding of iodine value, fat quality, fatty acid content per acid value of the aged grains itself, and to better carry out corresponding integration and selection activities. The application of bile acids can help preventing yellow fat meat problem. Adding 100 to 108 ppm bile acid to calculate its pure product. In recent years, China's shampoo industry has developed rapidly, but it has also suffered a lot of problems because it has seriously exceeded the environmental capacity. Many problems are gained and new problems continue to appear. So, what are the 5 key points to the sheep culture to prevent disease? How to improve the success rate of sheep culture? The first one, sheep fly. Good sheep fly is the key to the success of agriculture, especially sheep. When purchasing fly, we should carefully screen and select the seed, nature, integrate sheep feed. We should not buy the unhealthy fly with virus and weak immunity by mistake because of some difference in price, but for the sheep fry race, don't lose the watermelon pick up season. The second it is culture density. Density is not only affect the yield harvest of a pound, but also affect the quality, the health of the sheep. Do not blind purpose the harvest and increase the density. Overload breeding will lead to the increase of ammonia and nitrate content during the lack of oxygen in the late stage of breeding, which will reduce the immunity of the sheep and cause disease. Even a large number of deaths, if the density of the sheep is too high, too heavy, a part of adult sheep should be sold in advance at the end of the sheep culture, which can relieve the pressure of water, environment, and improve the selling rate of surplus sheep. For the culture density, the water quality is different regions is quite different. The water quality of different environment in the same region is also very different. We should choose the suitable culture density according to the local and water condition. The third, feed. The feed condition is essential amino acid, physical vitamins, and the minerals environment needed for the sheep growth. It contains anti-stress and immunity activities. At the same time, the feed cost is the large input in the culture, according to about half of the cost in the culture. Good feed not only meets the nutrition needs of sheep, but also high utilization rate, suitable carbon and nitrogen rate, and the least residual waste proposal procedure. In the actual feeding process, it should be flexible to adapt to the station of the water and temperature, so the sheep feeding activities. The number 4. Number 4, culture water temperature. As long as the water quality is well treated, it is almost impossible that sheep cannot be raised. Many problems caused by water, and many measures and methods also focus on how to regulate water quality. Water is the carrier to breeding organisms. The whole life activities of the sheep carried out in the water body, including breathing and excretion of waste. Therefore, sheep farming is water farming. The water quality is the most complex and controllable, and it is also the biggest link to the development and governance space. Breeding temperature. The culture temperature of the sheep relatively sensitive to temperature change, especially the influence of high temperature and low temperature. In the process of breeding, the temperature in the morning and evening, as well as in the temperature in the sun as rise, changed greatly, especially in the late summer and early autumn. Temperature can affect the function of sheep and activity the relate enzyme and normal secretion of molting hormone. When the temperature is low, its metabolism is low, and the temperature and the energy required to maintain more metabolism is increased. Thus, the proportion of energy distribution in maintaining metabolism is increased, and corresponding energy use for sheep body growth and sheep meat growth is reduced, which is not constitutive to the scale of sheep and the stable feed cost.